Hi guys. So tap is another technique very similar to the hammer-on technique that we explored in a previous video. In this case, we're using the plucking hand to hammer on onto the neck, and what this allows us to do is play both two or more notes down with our fretting hand, but play a higher note with our plucking hand as well. And people use this in a whole variety of ways. There's a lot of very, very technical stuff that came out of more of the sort of the shredding scene of the 80s, and I advise you to go and check out guys like Billy Sheehan or Stu Ham for like the super technical stuff. Now, I don't really play that kind of style, but I have used tap in a variety of sort of more subtle ways, and it could be sort of just another useful tool to have with you to play around with. So one of the examples is something like I was playing in the intro there, where playing a more chord piece and using the tap technique to add in a bit of melody to that, while the fretting hand just holds a chord. Another way I've used it is in a standard bass line, but to add a more full sound to harmonize with myself on that. So tapping or hammering on the root note with my fretting hand and playing a third, for in this instance, with the plucking hand. Yeah, so that just adds an extra sort of layer to it, and if you've got a smaller band, it can be quite a useful thing to fill out the sound a little bit. That's it in terms of the way I use it, really. In terms of technicality, really what you want to do is use either one finger, or what I prefer to do is use my index finger, but wrap my middle finger over the top of it in this kind of way. And that just gives you a bit more strength behind it, really, so you get a nice clear note when you tap onto it. And like I said, it's very similar to the hammering on technique. You just want to hammer on just behind the fret and get a nice clear note. What you will find is that you get a lot of string ringing if you don't control this. So being able to mute the strings with your fretting hand is quite important. A lot of the guys that do the very technical stuff will use things called fret wraps. Now, sort of the early days before these things were invented, people would just use hairbands or something, just anything that sort of wraps around the strings, maintains a light touch to them, and just stops them ringing. I don't have that on here, but you can get all sorts of technical things. They can get quite expensive, though, so the hairbands thing still works if you're still under a budget. And that's it, really. So just wanted to add that into sort of the techniques side of these videos for something for you to try.